Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. People think that Thanksgiving is about family. It's not. It's about food. But for those of you who, like me, don't really get along with their family, this is a hard holiday. It sort of stands out as a reminder that things with your family are not where you want them to be. As I've said in previous videos, I'm a big fan of family of choice. So this year I spent Thanksgiving with my family of choice. But that does not mean that I did not cook things. And as far as my significant other is concerned, there is not a force on this planet that can stop them cooking for other people. We may have gone a little too far. As I've also mentioned on this channel, I am vegetarian, trying to be vegan, but you know, sometimes that's a little harder. And this year we made a bunch of vegetarian turkey options. 3 of them, to be precise. Although one of them really is the same thing, just in a different shape. And we made this thing called a corn loaf. It's basically a fungus, and it's kind of amazing, and it tastes so much like turkey that one of my friends actually screamed at me that we were lying to them about this, but it's worth a shot. It is not vegan because they use egg as a binder, which it's like, God, there are other binders out there. You're so close to being vegan. But of course we also went with the classic Tofurkey, which of course bears minimal resemblance to a turkey, and you can season it pretty well, but it's not turkey. It's very good on its own, but it's a different thing. We also kind of went a little crazy and bought one of those whole Tofurkey turkeys, where it's like a giant turkey-shaped Tofurkey. Usually it comes in like a little loaf and you just slice that up, but we got the full-size thing, so that's a thing. I was kind of expecting it to be a little different. Honestly, it tastes exactly like Tofurkey. It's just larger. It's really good if you're entertaining a lot of people, which we are not, so we are going to be eating frozen Tofurkey for the next year. We also mashed 10 pounds of potatoes. But of course, Thanksgiving ultimately is about giving thanks for the things in your life that are going well for you and the things that, you know, are going well for the world, and it's a chance to take an opportunity to reflect on things before the new year, to really think about where you're at and start building up those ideas for your New Year's resolutions. Personally, I am very thankful for my health. I am thankful for my family of choice because they love me for all that I am. I'm thankful that they also understand that there are certain foods I am never going to try on Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for my significant other because they cook way too much food for me all the time, and it's ridiculous, and they're so extra and I can't stop them. I'm thankful for my 2 therapists who are doing a fantastic job of keeping this going. Things are going pretty well for me in my life, and there, I'm sure, are some of you out there who are thinking that you don't have very much to be thankful for in your life. But I assure you that is not the case. Things could always be worse. Not that that necessarily makes things good, but you know, something to remember. But the point is, there are good things in life that are worth sticking around for, and one of them is food, and we have way too much food. Anyone who wants to come and eat these leftovers, please help us. Of course, I did what I said I was going to do and watched a bunch of Thanksgiving movies as well. There aren't too many in this category, in my opinion, which is kind of a travesty, but it is an American holiday, so it's not as translatable to other cultures and places. Of course, there's the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special, which is timeless. Not nearly as good as Great Pumpkin or the Christmas special, of course, but it's something. I think it would be a really fun idea to have Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving with like the jelly beans and the popcorn and the toast. Could be fun. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, one of my favorite movies of all time, is a Thanksgiving movie primarily, and I super enjoy that, as always. And this is a weird one because it's not specifically a Thanksgiving movie, but I also watched Miracle on 34th Street. It starts as a Thanksgiving movie and ends up a Christmas movie, of course, but it does have a Thanksgiving vibe. And of course, being a New Yorker, I had to watch the parade the day of because otherwise they won't let you live here. It's the law. I actually really enjoy seeing like the marching bands from other states and things because for them this is a huge opportunity for their people back home to be seen and everything. And it's a brilliant marketing strategy because it's like everything else in this giant 2-hour commercial is New York, New York, New York. And it's like, well, how do we broaden our audience? Well, we give them a reason to watch because the people from Ohio will be there. Then of course there's the dog show or whatever. I don't like dogs. I should probably mention that at some point on this channel. I'm very deeply uncomfortable around dogs. But Thanksgiving is one of those times a year where if you are not on good terms with your family, you're not gonna have a great time. And that sucks. And I'm sorry for everyone who's going through that. I'm going through that myself. And, you know, there are times where I miss my family and want to be around them, even as crazy as all of that was, as terrible as my mother's mashed potatoes were, to the point where I didn't actually like mashed potatoes until I was like 22 because I hadn't had them good. But you miss those things sometimes. You do get nostalgic, that's sort of a human thing. But from my family of choice to yours, I'm wishing you all a happy and healthy Thanksgiving, and I'm reminding you that there is some good to be thankful for. No matter how bleak your life is, there's always something. And things are going to get better either way. So thanks for stopping by. I'll be back again next week with another video that I hope you'll find interesting. And of course, next month we will have Christmas. I'll be filming several things about that at some point. I expect that many of you are not Christian, and that's fine. We'll try to do something about other holidays as well. I'll figure it out. But until next week, I hope you're all enjoying your Thanksgiving and your food coma, and I will see you again next week. Until then, stay curious.